What's happening, everyone? TomGorian here. Welcome to episode number 6 of the F125 MONACO My Team career mode. Today we are getting ready for the highly anticipated Monaco Grand Prix of Season 1, and we begin the Monaco Grand Prix episode with driver talks with Franco Colapinto. Finally, it's taken over 6 races, but we are here with a early talk with Franco, and there is what he wants. He wants a level 4 fan rating. He wants us to get 5th in the performance ranking, and the proposed terms $5.59 million with a $570,000 bonus, and the team performance clause is to finish 5th in the constructors title, or we have to pay him, is it over £2 million or whatever it is. So yeah, very advanced for Franco Colapinto. He expects, he has high expectations for our team. But yeah, check out the previous video and also the playlist so that you're all caught up to date. We are in a rivalry with Alpine for, I believe it is the 10th best or the 3rd worst car on the grid. We are level 2 fan rating, so we get a plus 10% owner XP as well, and then for level 3 we get facility improvements for phase 1 and for phase 2. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more F125 My Team career mode content. I should have another video going up on Wednesday as well. But yeah, as you can see, when it comes to upgrades, we can't really have any upgrades to research. We don't have any slots available, so we're going to have to advance the timeline as well. And as you can see there, we've got no upgrades for the chassis. When it comes to the powertrain, we've got no research for the powertrain, but we have got some research for the durability, so we're going to try and get some durability upgrades on the way quite soon. And now, as you can see with the development, we've got the wing mirrors upgrade. Finally, after 2 whole episodes, we finally got that drag reduction wing mirrors upgrade sorted onto the car, and now we can probably get the secondary wing flaps upgrade up for development. I believe that will be after the Monaco Grand Prix. We've also got 2 status upgrades as well for the powertrain as well, so that will help our engine. However, the MG UK improved materials upgrade, that failed, so unfortunately we're gonna have to get that onto the car. All these upgrades will take place right before the Canadian Grand Prix for the next video. However, we don't have any upgrades to put on for our drivers here today. Just taking a look at some of the facility improvements, still at phase 1 with all those. And yeah, it's because the Monaco Grand Prix and the previous race, the Imola Grand Prix, because that's pretty much a week in advance, we don't have enough time to develop upgrades. We only have time for research for the front wing upgrades. So yeah, not really much in the timeline this week, but as you can see, the research for the front wing upgrade is onto the car, and now we're going to get research done for the beam wing, which will take 11 days. So yeah, hopefully some of these developments and these researches will take place right before the next video. So yeah, nothing really much to say, to be fair. Got nothing else to do in the timeline. Got no upgrades for the chassis. We've got the status upgrade for the powertrain, and we've got the MG UK upgrade for the durability. And yeah, this is pretty much it. Monaco Grand Prix. The 2-stop, mandatory 2-stop, and yeah, pretty much tire allocation is very important on this racetrack. I thought I was going to go soft with this tire allocation, but I've actually decided to go balanced because I'm probably thinking of doing 2 medium stops in the race. So probably might start on mediums, then go for another set of mediums, and then maybe finish on the hard tires. However, it's now time. We're going to drive as Callum Voisin. Without further ado, it's time for the Monaco Grand Prix.
Now, if you ask anyone who's raced here, they'll tell you, nowhere in the world is more important to get a high qualifying position than here on the windy, chicaney, challenging streets of Monaco. We're about to set the grid for tomorrow's race, but potentially for the end of the race too. So welcome along, everyone, to the Monaco Grand Prix qualifying.
arguably the most important qualifying session of the entire season is here, qualifying in Monaco, and this track is all about confidence. I must have done at least 30 plus laps in practice to make sure that everything was right, from the car setup all the way to my feeling on the track. And yeah, doing Monaco with no line is very difficult, to be fair, especially if you haven't done it in a while. But across the line we go. We do a 12 flat already in qualifying, and we're already P2. In practice, our race pace was not that bad, and in qualifying as well. Usually the AI they kind of hold back in qualifying, well, in the qualifying simulations. However, our pace is actually legit, as we do a 11.9 in our second lap there. So our pace in qualifying is absolutely legit. We are running 106 AI, so so again, I think it's just another example of the AI on F125 being very unbalanced from track to track. Usually on Miami and Imola, they are very OP. However, on Monaco, so here we go for our final lap here at Monaco with just under 40 seconds left, entering Sandefjord for the final time in qualifying, and that was the perfect entry in towards Sandefjord. We have under 30 seconds left now of this session, so we've got to make this lap count if we want to take the most important pole position of the entire season. Going down the hill now in towards Casino, avoid the bump on the left hand side, braking towards second gear, a little bit wide there, a bit of understeer as we get notification that our DRS has been disabled. Thankfully for us, there's only one DRS detection zone across the entire lap. Entering now the double right-handers before the tunnel. Perfect entry there, and the car really feels, really good. I have modified the setup just a little bit, just to help with the suspension and also the tyre pressures. Braking at the 100-meter board for the chicane. Verstappen does a 1:11.6, so we need pretty much 3 temps here to get pole position. To back was perfect. Now in towards the second swimming pool, break down in towards the fourth gear, in towards the final swimming pool. We've absolutely nailed that section. In towards Rasgas here, or Schumacher corner, and now in towards Anthony Noakes. We've got Gabriel Bortoletto just ahead of us. We lose the back end there just a little bit, but we do gain another 10th and a half. Across the line we go. It's 11.5, and that is pole position. For the first time in our team's history, we've secured pole position at the most important track for pole position. Callum Voisin is going to start the Monaco Grand Prix first. Meanwhile, Franco Colapinto is down in 21st. Talk about a story of two different sides, eh? First and 21st. But yeah, pole position in Monaco.
Formula One returns to Monte Carlo once again today, home to the world-famous Monte Carlo Casino that first opened in 1863. And of course, a certain road race first held in 1929. There's no greater an occasion, no more valuable a win than the Monaco Grand Prix. The prestigious Circuit de Monaco, then, is not all that dissimilar today to the layout that made its debut almost a century ago. It's 2 miles and 19 corners through the streets of Monte Carlo. And although the average lap speed of around 93 miles per hour is the lowest of the season, the tiny margins for error make it the natural habitat of the safety car. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Callum Voisin lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, and Russell, Tsunoda, Leclerc, Ocon, and Lance Stroll, Antonelli, Albon, Gabriel Bortoletto, and Sainz, Hülkenberg, Fernando Alonso, Jack Doohan, and Pierre Gasly, Behrman, Lawson, Colapinto, and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. And the whole world of Formula One can't exist the way we do, walking with smiles on our faces and loving our time together. This new outfit has got a bit of a rivalry going, and I get the feeling a few noses are being put out of joint here.
Well, that's a good thing though, Crofty. You know what? If you're a member of that team, the new 11th team, take it as a backhanded compliment. It means you're doing very well, too well, and the other teams don't like it.
I'm not sure Alpine are going to like this, the fact that one of our drivers is on pole position for the Monaco Grand Prix. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect 106 difficulty as well. I didn't expect to literally get pole position on 106. So clearly, EA, Codemasters, they need to do some balancing with the AI because the pace from track to track is very inconsistent in qualifying as well. However, for the race, it is a mandatory 2-stop, so we must make 2 pit stops or we will be disqualified. The strategy I'm going to go for, I might go for a medium hard or maybe a medium hard medium. I'm not really sure though. I'm trying to mess around with the soft tires to see what works, to see what doesn't work. And yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to get the a medium hard medium, and as you can see there, start on mediums, then pit on hards, and then actually now I'm going to try and do a double medium actually. So start on the mediums, box for another set of mediums, and then go to the hard tires. And as you can see, I'm just trying to adjust the pit stop. So I'm planning to box around about lap 12, maybe lap 13 to maybe get a 1 lap overcut on the rest of our competitors there. But as you can see, that is our stops. Box on lap 12, and then box on lap 24 for another set of mediums, and then box, box on lap 12 for our mediums, and then box on lap 27 to take us to the end of the race. I'm adjusting the tyre pressures just to make sure that the tyres don't overheat in the conditions, because you never know, we might actually have an early or a premature safety car, and there is the tyre strategy. So Verstappen, Norris on mediums, I think Russell's on mediums, Lawson is on mediums as well, however everyone else is on hards. Piastri is on medium, and also Sonoda is also on medium, so a little bit diverse, but yeah, most of the drivers today are starting on the hard tyres. However, all that matters is the start of the race.
The formation lap gets underway then, and it's going to be interesting today to see how the dry conditions could affect the lifespan of the tyres. So as all the cars reform the grid, the drivers will be hoping to get a strong start. They'll want to earn some valuable points from today's race, with final communications being done with their race engineers, ensuring the planned strategies are all in place.
Let's see what strategy wins the day today. As you can see, we're starting on pole position for the very first time in this series, Verstappen alongside. And you'd know if Verstappen has a gap, he's going to send it. We've got Piastri behind us, with Hamilton in 4th, Norris in 5th as well. So we've got a hungry bunch of drivers waiting to pounce on any mistake we have. These guys have all won races, won championships. We've never done that before. We're in our 6th race of our Formula 1 life, and here we are leading the grid for the most prestigious race on the F1 calendar. It's the Monaco Grand Prix, getting ready for 5 red lights, and here we go for Monaco. A smooth getaway in towards turn 1, and we are going to make sure that Verstappen and also Norris, as they go wheel to wheel here, and Norris actually got past Verstappen in towards turn 1, so we lead. Norris is in 2nd, Verstappen is in 3rd, with Piastri in 4th, and Hamilton is in 5th. And the objective for the first, I'd say 10-11 laps, is just to get used to the car, get used to the fuel load, get used to the tyres as well, simply because this is not going to be the optimal conditions for the race today. The quicker we can just, smooth into that transition of just focusing on these laps, the better we'll be, as we set the fast lap of the race already. Obviously, with a 19.5, obviously we're going to be much quicker than that for the second lap, but as long as we can gap Lando Norris to around about a second, maybe a second and a half, even 2 seconds if we're lucky, we are good. And as long as we don't crash, as long as we just focus on each corner, we should be in a great position as we do a 15 flat on lap number 3. And yeah, leading Monaco you're not really focused on the drivers behind. I'm not really focused on Norris or Verstappen. Yeah, they have much faster cars, but I'm just focused on just the current tracking right now and just taking it corner by corner. 39 laps is a long, long way to go, especially in a car like ours, as we go wide on the entry of Anthony Noakes corner. And right now I'm just trying to be consistent with my pace, just trying to be consistent with my braking zones, trying to be consistent with my turn-ins, and just get used to the car as we literally lose the back end there going up the hill in towards Casino Square. However, we do correct it though, so we can't really push flat out right now, considering that we are on heavy fuel and we are on dying tyres on lap 9. But as you can see, look at the gaps right now. Just under a second to Lando Norris, and then nearly 2 seconds to Verstappen, and 2.5 seconds to Oscar Piastri. So we are slowly but surely breaking away. Speaking of breaking away, Norris has decided to box on lap 11, and he is going to go onto the hard tyres, and he will go to, I think he's going to do a medium, hard, medium, as we approach lap number 13. So we're going to cover off Lando Norris, because the way that you win this race, or the way that you gain positions around Monaco, is through strategy. If you're not quick enough to overtake, I mean, there's limited chances to overtake in Monaco, then yeah, strategy is the way to get done, and we don't want to be held in the box or have any type of pit stop errors. And 2.5 second stop time, and away we go once again. Verstappen is behind us, so we've pretty much matched Verstappen there. And as you can see, Lando is actually behind Lance Stroll and Kimi Antonelli. So traffic around Monaco is really going to play a major issue in this race, and because of that, yeah, as you can see, Lando is really behind Stroll and Antonelli as we get a great run in towards Ocon, in towards the back corner. We're wheel to wheel, so close there to the wall. However, we do make the position there, and that was as tight as can be. We do hit the wall there, but we do make the position work. And as you can see, different strategies for everyone. Tsunoda's went double medium, Piastri's went double medium, some drivers went double hards, hard medium, Isaac Hadjar's went double medium, but yeah, pretty much the main strategy for this race is medium, hard, medium for this race. And speaking of the hards, the two Ferraris are leading at Monaco. However, yeah, they are now effectively a pit stop behind as we do a 14.8, so we are matching our pace in this race. And as you can see, look at the gap between us and Lando Norris, 8 seconds. That is how much time they have lost behind the traffic. And as you can see, that we've pretty much lost a second there because of Leclerc. Yeah, he held us up there on the exit of Raskas. But yeah, all is looking good so far as Hamilton and Leclerc, they have boxed. They're going to go for the soft tyres, so they have went hard soft. And I don't know if they're going to go hard soft medium or maybe hard soft soft. Maybe they're going to extra soft tyres, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, we are slowly but surely just maintaining the gap here. And around about lap 17 to, I'd say, lap 25, our pace was absolutely good for this part of the race. We are extending our gap towards Lando Norris to the point when it's now 10 seconds. 10 seconds on Lando Norris. And our car around the circuit, it definitely works. It definitely works on the harder tyre. And we're just running our own race right now. We're not making any mistakes. We're not hitting the wall. We're not getting damaged. We're just running our own race, and we're just, gradually, evolving our pace and extending our gap to the point where now Russell and Piastri, they're nearly a pit stop behind as we now enter lap 24. And I don't know if anyone's going to come in, but we got a yellow flag, and it's Oscar Piastri in the McLaren, and that is not good. That's not good for us because we are running Mercedes engines, and Piastri is out of the Monaco Grand Prix with an engine failure. So that's not good. Yeah, if that's happening to the McLarens, then that might happen to us. So now we've got to really slow the pace down now. We've got to really try and take care of our gearbox. We've got to really try and make sure that we make it to the end of the race. And you know what? Bottom line, if we have to sacrifice our race pace just to make sure that we make it to the end, finishing the points, then that is what matters at the end of the day. But now, Verstappen has closed the gap here. He's now really starting to push the pace now. And as you can see, lap 31, he is now on the soft tyres. So Verstappen has went medium, he's went hard, he's went medium, hard, soft. and now we have to cover him off now, because simply, if we're on the mediums, we're going to have a tyre disadvantage against him. So we have to now match him as far as the tyres. So as you can see, there's Verstappen coming out of the back corner, and this might be close here. So we've got Norris on the hard tyres. So Norris, he went medium, double medium hard, and now Verstappen has went medium hard soft. So now this is a race for the win. Here comes Verstappen, Exton entering the final corner. We're going to retain the lead. However, Verstappen has closed by literally 7 seconds. 7 seconds there. He's pushed, and now the race that we thought we was in control of, the race is now on now. Simply because now Verstappen is on the soft tyres. He's absolutely blitzed that lap, and now the race is truly on for the win. 1.2 seconds now is the gap between us and Verstappen as we do a 14.2. So we haven't been able to match Verstappen's pace on the soft tyres, and clearly the Red Bull is the better tyre. Red Bull is the better car on these tyres. As Verstappen goes down the inside, we're going to bang wheel to wheel in towards Casino Square. He's caught me completely off guard as we have to hold it around the outside in towards Casino Square there, and Verstappen has to go the long way round, but thankfully he backs out there, and that was the only time where Verstappen surprised me during this entire race. I did not expect him to go on the inside and go on the attack like that, but clearly, yeah, Verstappen could not do anything to stop us there, and we just maintained track position, maintained the racing line, and yeah, enter into back corner, have a little bit of a wiggle there coming out to the back, but as long as we don't make a mistake now, entering the final chicane, lose the back in there just a little bit, but as long as we hold on now for the final 2 corners, we're going to make history. A small team from Liverpool is about to win the most prestigious race of the Formula 1 calendar. It is truly, truly a fairy tale in Monaco. We win the Monaco Grand Prix.
Takes the checkered flag and wins.
A great display of dominance today, Crofty, by this driver. They led from lights out to the flag at the end, led every lap of the race. Brilliant stuff by them, and excited to see what more they can do in future races.
A show-stopping performance from the 3 drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
That was certainly an interesting Grand Prix there. We had no business. Literally all season long we've been so far behind. However, on a track that really requires, dedication and pure skill, not only have we secured pole position, but we've taken our first victory of our team's career against World Championship caliber teams. That's insane. And yeah, for the first half of the race, we was in complete control, and clearly our car really suits the harder compound, especially considering that in this race, Monaco, the C6 tyre was involved, but yeah, clearly we should have went on the C5s just to make it to the end, and yeah, but yeah, after the second stop, Verstappen and the rest of the field really turned the wick up, and yeah, as you can see, 14-1 versus a 14-2, 14-4, 14-7, 14-5. So yeah, we was on pace with the top, with the front runners, but we just could not live with the C6 soft tyre, and thankfully we was able to make it to the end. Franco Colapinto in 20th place, Hamilton and also Piastri, the only 2 DNFs of this Monaco Grand Prix, but 25 points for our Constructors' Championship, and that is going to help us massively in the fight against Alpine and also VCarb and also Haas as well. But yeah, cost of repairs, $16.5 thousand. I don't know if we got damage. Maybe we did get damage, I have no idea, but we didn't get any notification from our engineer. And there is our rivalry. We have won our rivalry against Alpine and level fan rating level 2. But that is that for episode 6 of the F125 McGorian to Glory. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button for an epic Monaco Grand Prix. Subscribe to the channel for more F125 My Team career mode content. And yeah, we've just won Monaco, and hopefully this is the start of things to come. If you smell what the Scouse one, is cooking.